No, I want to
let them lead by example.
It's not just about
let them lead by example.
Action. The Congress culture, we've seen what they've done with girls in Delhi for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? They've been
Vani and Sanjay. I'm being so calm. I'm being so calm.
Rapes in Delhi that have happened on the streets of
No,
Delhi.
1 second, please. May I say something? Please, occasionally may I come in? Question is here. Very easy to talk about others, no? But when a question is put directly, Vrinda Grover, I'm just coming. No, very easy to talk about others, no? But Vani Tripathi, I just want you to say tonight that the copyright for this comment about dented, painted, made-up women who should not be protesting, I want you to say tonight that the copyright of that comment is with Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi.
The copyright of this comment is not with an individual, Arnab.
Really?
It's about a mindset.
Yeah, so, yes. No, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi.
Most of the population.
Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi.
By today's
Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi.
What Mr. Mukherjee said.
Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi. Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi of the BJP.
No.
Why no? Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi of the BJP said.
We've seen women being
okay, I'll ask you one last time.
Like this.
Vrinda Grover.
This is not the first time we've seen people
Vrinda, you see the problem with the mindset is.
Guns. This is not the first time we've seen it.
Yeah. The problem, Vrinda Grover wanted to come.
Arnab, there is another
Vrinda Grover, please. Vrinda Grover's turn.
Can I speak now?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I speak now, please?
Yeah.
I just want to make 3 points here. I think controlling the sexuality of women is a basic of patriarchy. We will find it reflected in every political party. I am not interested in being in a boxing ring. Arnab, you can perform that role of being the umpire and having the Congress and BJP box itself out. The women of the country are going to gain nothing from that. This is across party lines. It is across society. It becomes much more dangerous because these are the legislators, this is the executive. Somebody on your show has again used the phrase, if Congress is concerned about the modesty of women. May I please remind whoever that was,
it was Rahul Narvekar.
For our dignity. And modesty be damned. You are going to set the standards of our modesty. We are not interested.
No,
we are fighting for dignity. Kindly learn to understand these phrases. My third point is that I think
this is not the language of reconciliation.
Jumping in.
This is the language of confrontation.
Politicians and women politicians are very much a part of the society that we live in. And nobody is going to defend anything like this.
They are part of patriarchy, and that is why Sushma Swaraj calls a rape survivor
I am not here to defend anybody on this debate, but I want to ask Mr. Mukherjee, who's made this comment today, I want to ask him that question.
No, but
across party lines,
can I finish before somebody else starts?
Vani Tripathi, 1 minute, Vani. Vani, calm down. Vani, calm down. Vani, 1 minute. Vani, 1 minute.
Excuse me, I'm not through yet.
Vrinda Grover, please complete.
Please finish my point.
Please complete, and only after that, Vani
complete. My point, and then Mr. Tripathi can hold the floor. My other point is that I think Mr. Mukherjee is also getting rattled because here at the forefront of these protests are people who the media cannot ignore. If these were ordinary working class people, I don't think, Arnab, you are going to have a show on about it. They can be fired at, they can be lathi charged. Neither the print nor the electronic media nor the legislature is going to pay any attention. And because these are determined people who seem to have some reckoning with in society, it is rattling the likes of Mr. Mukherjee that perhaps there is a shift of power taking place. And my last point to those from the BJP, I cannot see any television just now, is that so the BJP is now welcoming as a perhaps a potential prime ministerial candidate, somebody who has, and don't please get back to saying, oh, he has not been convicted in court. Let's just have the debate at where this is, at political ethics. So we are going to have somebody who has actually sat over gang rapes, which could not be convicted in his own state, mass murder. That is the political ethics that these parties are espousing.
Rahul Easwar
my question to the lady there is,
can I please
standing here on television, can I also ask you, being a lady, what judicial rights of yours and the women community of large have you enforced? Have you sought any legal remedy against that other than coming on television and making these grand speeches? Can you also do something of the sort? Demonstrate your resolve to protect the ladies of the women in this country.
Vani wanted to respond.
Challenge that is being made.
Vani wanted to respond.
He's just won his third election.
Arnabji,
and listen to me, ma'am. I want to tell you something. I'm coming from the Gujarat campaign. There is a vote share increase of women. If the government of the day in that state and if the leader of the state did not respect its women,
In this
the women
country,
would not have
people
voted
who-
for him.
But I'm not discussing Narendra Modi tonight. I'm not discussing Narendra Modi tonight. Please, let's one second. What we have been able to successfully establish, also Vani Tripathi,
is concerned today.
what we have been able to successfully establish.
We are not here to debate that state today. We are here to debate how we look at women in our society.
Yeah, it's all right, Vani. It's all right,
So
Vani.
let's keep to that.
Yeah,
Because
Vani.
if you will transfer
Yes.
Arnabji,
something else,
1 minute,
I
before you
also
come in,
have lots
Rahul.
of things to say,
Rahul,
including
Vani,
the
why are you
phrases
getting
that
so
we
worked
use
up?
For a constitutionally elected government
Why are
and
you
a
getting-
constitutionally elected chief minister.
Yes, it's all right. 1 second, Vani, calm down. You know, I only asked a question about Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, which you haven't answered yet. What we have been able to... You can still answer it if you want, whether you think Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi should publicly apologize for what he said.
Arnab,
Yes, 1 second.
Nobody is here to defend any wrong statement.
Why
by
are you scared of
anybody,
taking Mukhtar Abbas
even
Naqvi's
if
name on
even
national
if it is
television?
from my party.
Why are you afraid
But
of
let me
specifically
tell you,
referring to
the
Mukhtar
debate
Abbas
here
Naqvi?
is,
There
how
is...
do we look at women today?
The question here is, and Rahul Easwar, I'm sure you understand. See, the problem is that I think there are now two Indias. One India which has moved on, and one India which unfortunately is clutching to some sort of medievalism. I'm sure Rahul Easwar, you'll also agree. That India is not...
Yes, spot on.
That India has not come to terms with modernity,
Yes.
with people coming out in defiance. That India is not used to women wearing what they want,
Arnabji, 2
speaking
points.
what they want, going where they want. And that India is still hoping that its political class of this
Two
country
things.
will
One-
speak for them. Yes, Rahul.
Two Indias are there. One India is dominated by the conservative men who belongs to a slightly earlier period of evolution. The second dominated by the so-called liberal, feminist, aggressive or assertive woman, as you call it. Let us have a dialogue between both. Let us not use occasion to throw mud. Let us, and the answer to male chauvinism is never female chauvinism. A girl cannot in a society say, I will walk naked in a road, but you should not look at me. A girl cannot say, I will walk naked in a road and you should not look at me.
Let
us not take it to extreme.
What are you talking
about? Let us
about?
have a dialogue and let us find a moderate place.
What are you saying? You see, the problem is, I don't know, Umang wants to respond to you there, but I must say, 1 second, Umang will respond. Umang, you want to say something to him?
Telling you
He's making a second attempt. I know you're telling me.
Sir, please try to understand that feminism, the idea of women's freedom is not men against women. The modern aggressive feminism that you're talking about does not only include women, it is also about men who wish to have that kind of a society for their women, okay? And it's not a battle against men and women, and it's not a battle against tradition
the idea
and
of family and values.
It's a simple desire to want to be free in their own country.
The idea of family and values are not against
without
women.
any conditions. And let us not battle traditions and masculinity and whether I want to be naked or not naked. Just guarantee me, promise me that I am free in my country to be who I want to be, to dress the way I want to be, to wear what I want to wear, and to be out wherever I want at any time of the night. That's all I want. I want absolute unconditional freedom. That's about it.
I agree. I totally agree with your statements. But having said that, every liberty has certain responsibilities. If we are saying, please take care, please have caution, it is because we care, we bother. It might be populist to say that you can go out. It might be populist to say that you can go out in the night. We can punish the rapist. But what happens to you? But what happens to you is irrevocable. So we bother and care. Please understand that.
Come on, Rahul Easwar is sounding like an uncivilized threat. Roshan Abbas wants to make a response. He seems quite exasperated with your line of argument, Rahul Easwar, but he has a right to respond to you tonight. Yes, please. Roshan.
You know, the point is, as I said before, Arnab, the problem is that, we are all talking here and saying that, I think, we were taught as children to first think and then talk, or think and then act. In politicians' cases, I feel what happens is that they, having won a franchise, suddenly feel that they can do exactly what they want. Yes. They talk. Perhaps then they've lost the franchise of thinking or the faculty of thought, because everybody here is busy defending their party lines. All I'm hearing is party.
Party,
exactly. Person, where is the individual at the center of this? That girl just spoke about freedom. Vrinda is, I think, saying such things that really people should listen to and think about.
Truly.
We really need, I mean, as a society, we need a lot of things to change. We will step out. I know what you're saying, sir. You kept saying, you mocked us saying, what will you do? Have you all taken any action? But sir, we will act. We will act.
I echo the same sentiments. I echo exactly the same sentiments. I think it's a right, it's a fundamental right of every citizen, whether he's male or female. It's our fundamental right to have this freedom, to have protection of the state. Really? It's a real sorry state of affairs that the state has time and again failed to provide us with that. And yes, time has come when all of us stand united against this and fight this out. And when I say that, I will also like to request Mr. Arnab Goswami not to generalize everyone, because if I use the same principle, if certain journalists a few months back have been caught and booked for certain criminal offences of threatening, of blackmailing, I would not like to brand every journalist to be the same. I won't like to say that Mr. Arnab Goswami also fits into the same school of thoughts and acts. Therefore, it's my humble request to Mr. Arnab Goswami, next time when he has a show like this, don't generalize and be specific and hold a particular person or a party responsible for their acts and not generalize the issue.
Do I go around physically breaking shops on Valentine's Day?
What does that have to... I mean,
do I do that?
The problem with you is you are only trying to confuse the issue. Why don't you debate on the issue?
I am talking about the issue.
We are talking about
the issue. The issue is very clear. Now you must listen to me. Since you've referred to me...
Why don't you debate on that?
No.
We are talking about issues being short-lived in our country.
The problem is...
We are talking about issues having shelf lives in our country. We are talking about media, legislature and the people at large forgetting issues and being resilient about things. This time has come, like my fellow panelist has just said, time has come when all of us stand united and act seriously against an issue. When we take up an issue, let's take it to its logical conclusion. And that's the responsibility of the media also, along with us.
Thank you. They respond. 1 minute. Now, if you don't interrupt me for a minute, Vani, 1 second, please. Since you've referred to me about 15 times in the course of this news hour, 1 minute, Vani. 1 minute. I have in my life never broken a shop for selling Valentine's Day cards. I have never been part of a Khap Panchayat promoted by politicians once again that goes around issuing diktats, death warrants to young women. I have never been a politician who goes and justifies rape or justifies eve-teasing in any form. All these things have been done by politicians. You will be answerable for them. You will have to be answerable for them. And you will have to respond, and you will have to show a little more humility and accountability. Because this mindset will have to change. If you don't change, the people will change it for you.
Arnab, that's exactly what
read my lips. If you don't change the youth of this country, the women of this country and all the progressive men of this country will change your mindset for you.
At the same time,
your mindset will be changed for you.
Your attitude, I mean, when I say you, I think the media's attitude also needs to change. When they take up an issue, don't run it for a week and then forget about it. Take it to its logical conclusion. And when I say that, that's not only your responsibility, it's also our responsibility. It's the responsibility of every citizen in this country.
People know here.
Therefore, let's not point fingers at one another. Let's stand united to fight this issue.
You're very uncomfortable tonight.
Can I just come in for a minute?
I just want to, I'm totally short of time, but I want to say one thing. The question at the right start of the debate was this. Now, unless you want to answer on Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, Vani, if you do, then I'll come to you. If you dodge the Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi question,
Arnab, I've already said,
Can I come in for a minute?
Come on, I mean, I am not scuttling the issue, but I just want to say one thing. What Mr. Roshan Abbas said, let us understand it. He said party, party, party. Mr. Abbas, we live in times where politics is a part of our lives. Those children who are sitting at India Gate, who have been clamped down by this government, are also a part of you and me, and they are part of the geopolitics of the region.
Well, I think...
talking about mindsets today,
I would only say one thing.
They want to go and vote for you or for someone else. All they want politics decides our life. We need to decide our politics.
And these lives will be... These opinions will be made for our lives right here.
See, standard lectures are passé. They will not be accepted. The young people of this country will not accept these lectures anymore. Accountability will happen if politicians and regressive people with antiquated, antediluvian mindsets don't change their mindset. The people of this country will come and change their mindset for them. It's as simple as that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for taking part in that Newshour Debate 1 tonight. Thank you.